Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Alabama's offense takes the field for the first time today. As important and as intense as this rivalry is, guys, it's usually one of the cleanest games of the season.
The thing about this game every single year is for so many years, it has national championship implications.
Oh, he's going to go up top. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Alabama had little trouble the last time they saw the Tigers blowing out Auburn in the Iron Bowl.
Alabama made a statement. They did it from the very opening whistle. They completely dominated the Tigers in all three facets of the game.
And the Tigers fans heard about it all year long. You know Bama loves to beat down Auburn in the Iron Bowl and brag about it for a year. Let's see what the Tigers respond with.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Hampton. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
He leaves it with his back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a team that believes they're way better than what their record indicates. I know they've got a losing record coming into this one, but they felt like they could make some plays early in this one and show the rest of the country just how good they are. Phenomenal job on defense. On the opening drive, getting the pick, and now setting the offense up here early with great field position.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And this is a guy who's very quickly rewriting the record books for his school. 5 sacks. That is not a typo. 5 sacks his last time out. And here he is getting his first in the game.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Clay. He makes the connection. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
You know, nowadays so many people go for it on 4th down, so maybe it causes people to be more aggressive on 3rd down. You ain't going for it now. 3rd and long, and I bring the blitz, and I get home. No 4th down for you.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This kicker brags that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. And he rushes it right through the uprights. It's good from 59.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Feeling some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. To the air, it's Clay. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
On the move, it's Riley. At the 45 on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
He wants to throw. Slips a tackle. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle. Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line. So offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming down.
Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, we tried on 1st and 2nd and couldn't pay it off, so let's not overthink it. Let's just go quarterback sneak. Let's just let our guy get low, pick the side he wants to run to, drive his legs in for the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense set on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Snares it outside. It's Smith. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go to the ground. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the 1st quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to pass. It's Clay. He's got his man. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. He wants to take the top off. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't paid.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Off the play fake. Oh, picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Caught in the backfield, it's Simmons. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Clay. Trying to get to him. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Gonna let it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. He wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Scott. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Pryor. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Jumped on top of the pile.
Yeah, and this offense, that's what they do. Last week, he had 2 rushing touchdowns. They're going to feature him. They're going to get physical, especially inside the 5-yard line. You're going to feed this guy the football. This offense has had success in the past giving him the ball.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. The give. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it. And you can tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Oh, the quick spin move. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Complete downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. They'll immediately call timeout. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They want to throw it. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. They're trailing by 10 to Army. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. To the air, it's Clay. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Running it back, it's Hampton. He's got great speed. Touchdown, Bama! The special teams with a special moment. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those, so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And he tacks on the extra point. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give to the tailback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And now on second down for this offense. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, from Tuscaloosa to the Plains, there are some ornery folks and some emotional fan bases enjoying a soda pop and a lot of trash talk in this battle between the Tide and War Eagle. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Alabama and Auburn plays out.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. Looking downfield, it's Clay. He's got his man. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. And the Tigers are in the hurry up.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line.
And the quarterback showing a lot of toughness on that play. Being able to focus, stay on the field with all that pressure coming right ahead.
He is not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover. Because you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Movement here from the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Tries again to get it in. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you play a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged.
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Here's the give off the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Toss sweep to the right. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, the defense is first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Offense in an empty set. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Leaves it with the running back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being up-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Smith.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. And the Tigers are marching down the field. Power football with the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Wide out in motion. Back to throw, it's Clay. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Barges ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. Motion from the offense. Quarterback will keep it. He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the 2-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake.
A loss of 6 yards on the play. 2nd down coming up.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Extending the play. Now he'll throw back into the middle. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. They make the stop after the catch. There's still some work to do to pick up that first down. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. They'll ride the hot hand. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the ground with the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Coming after it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it! Touchdown, Auburn! They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good, really nice pitch and catch, and guess what? You got the lead now in the fourth quarter.
Up by 1. They're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. Trying to slam in. He's not going to make it. Still a one-point game here in the fourth. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Like, if you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy, but he's got a head of steam. Boy, he is hard to bring down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, I think this running back has proven this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? In a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. Running it to the right. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. 8th play of the drive coming up. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
On 4th down, going to the air. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here comes the biggest drive for this defense. They need this stop the way the rest of us need oxygen. If they don't get it, they're done. Working that left side now. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Give to the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Clay. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Running it back, it's Hampton. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody's like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff from the gun. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. We're getting deep in the game, and this is for the lead. Between the uprights, it's good. Big celebration, understandably so, guys, but there is still time on the clock.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker, and he has to come through. And Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Poole. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. Got to the ball down the field. Buying some time. At the 20, he's got space. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Comes out throwing on first down. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident, and David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotion. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.